We're live. Good morning. I am Willie Bragg, the host of the Willie Bragg Show. I hope that you're having a great day. And before we get started, just want to let you know to go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook and Twitch, and all will be well as here on YouTube. So let's get started with what we're going to get started with. But before I do, I want to say this real quick. Last night I was going to stream, but something came up and I wasn't able to stream at all. So I got delayed, and so I apologize for that. Not that I was necessarily scheduled to stream, but I was about ready to last night and wasn't able to. So anyway, I don't know why I'm actually saying that, but anyhow. So anyway, I'm going to stream this morning. But before I do, just to let you know real quick that tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that I will be interviewing from Ireland. I will be interviewing, let me see, we get that, let's see, right there. Yeah. I will be interviewing Angie Moon, who has a Twitter following, and she's done some streaming work in the past. So anyway, and as I said, she's an interesting person. We're going to chat for probably about an hour. So it'll be 11:30 over there in the Republic of Ireland. And we have a lot to talk about because I've been to Ireland before. And she lives there, and she's lived in the United States. So anyway, so that's tonight at 6:30 p.m. So Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you'll be able to drop on by and say hello and join in on the chat line and listen to the conversation. So there is that. So let's get started with this past weekend. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, congresswoman from the New York State in the congressional district that covers the Bronx predominantly, the 14th congressional district. She has these occasional town hall meetings, and they have not been going too well lately. And it's not really a surprise, because she came to Congress 4 years ago as a troublemaker, but a troublemaker in a way that I like people to be troublemakers. And she became well behaved, and that's a problem. She was supposed to go and after she knocked down Joe Crowley, she was supposed to go and like a domino effect, start knocking down corporate Democrats in Congress. And I never expected a revolution. I never expected ideological perfection due to just the numbers alone. I never expected I never expected that the Democratic Party was going to become a de facto Labor Party, a de facto Socialist Party, or a de facto Social Democratic Party. I never expected that was going to happen. Didn't expect that was going to happen under Bernie Sanders, but I thought that some kind of a movement could be generated through this. Reliving 2016 and 2020 in that regard. Getting back to AOC, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but like many of us in the audience, I think has shifted pretty damn hard for her, and got to be very disappointed very quickly, seeing how much she has changed, and not for the better. Making really wild speeches that supposed to get you all enthused and everything, and then voting like Joe Crowley. And that's what happened to AOC. So she's been not having a pleasant time at these town hall meetings, and that's what we're going to get at right now. We will talk about, let's see. What happened here? We will talk about that town hall meeting, and as soon as I get a moment. Let me get to that article. I hope we can get to that article. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, and this is from the New York Post. Protesters heckle AOC with song over her support aiding Ukraine. And let's see, when was it? Yeah, January 21st. Far left Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And let me just correct this author of this article. She's not far left. Valencio Jaramillo and Rich Calder. Come on now, she's not far left. She even 4 years ago, she was a mild social democrat. She's not even that anymore. But we're just going to say Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was repeatedly heckled during her first town hall event of the year, including by one group who broke out in a song to protest over a vote in favor of military aid to Ukraine. As the I hate this thing that bounces on the screen. As the darling of the Democratic Socialists was introducing herself to roughly 200 at the Co-op City in the Bronx on Saturday, about 10 people stood up and began singing hymns. Okay. She's not a Democratic Socialist at this point. She may belong to Democratic Socialists of America, but she's no longer a Democratic Socialist in my eyes. Just as Tony Blair in the 1990s and early 2000s belonged to the British Labour Party, but he was not a socialist. So, and in fact, she actually shifted further to the right quicker than Tony Blair ever did. And I know what I'm talking about. She's worse than Tony Blair. I hate to say that. Some held signs with slogans like negotiations, not annihilations, and stop sending weapons to Ukraine base. We always support everyone's First Amendment rights here, and everyone has a complete right to political expression, Ocasio later told the audience. One problem, her remarks came after the protesters had been kicked out by security. Yep, that's what happened. In October, Ocasio-Cortez was also heckled, and she had it coming, at the town hall meeting over the conflict in Ukraine, including one man who accused her of voting to start a nuclear war. Ocasio-Cortez voted in favor of sending $40 billion in military and humanitarian aid to the Ukraine last year. Now, you think about the dirty water in Mississippi and Michigan, and you think about that money being funneled to Nazis in the Ukraine. You just tell me how much that adds up, folks. During Saturday's events, a few other protesters began screaming at AOC over her stances on Social Security, immigration, and other matters. However, they were allowed to stay. Ocasio-Cortez declined to comment. Oh, there was more to that. But anyway, suffice to say. And here's the best part. And I hope we don't lose that link. Okay, the best part is a friend of mine in New York, lives in the Bronx, and she's been a guest on my show a couple of times. In fact, on February 6th, it's been agreed upon that I'm going to be a guest on her show, Blue Moon Red Wine. Now, I will show you the after. I'll show you the YouTube channel and the Twitter channel in just a moment, and put down on the description box once I'm done with this video. But anyway, Blue Moon Red Wine is hosted by her name is Lucy. I'm not going to mention her last name because I'm just not going to. But Lucy decided to go and did this town hall meeting because she's had it with AOC, and so she's had it with AOC, and she decided to go and to confront her. So I will go ahead and play the video of Lucy confronting AOC. Give me a moment, and we will do just that. Okay. All right, and let's see. Okay, we will get to the video right now.
Años que no hacen una ley de amnistía. ¿Una qué? Una ley de amnistía, una ley de migración hace 40 años. No, necesito hablar, necesito escucharme. Yo vine para hacer una pregunta. Señora, yo vine para hacer una pregunta. Hace 40 años que no hay una ley de amnistía en este país, ¿ok? Todavía no hay una ley de amnistía en este país. Y el Partido Demócrata mandó $100 billones a nazis en Ucrania, que esta señora votó para eso. En este país necesitamos un tercer partido, al estilo de AMLO en México y Petro en Colombia y Boric en Chile. El Partido Demócrata no está haciendo nada por nosotros. Nosotros nos estamos registrando independiente, porque el Partido Demócrata no hace nada por nosotros. No, señora, no. Necesitamos registrarnos independientes. Yo voy a estar afuera registrando a la gente independiente. No, necesito hacer una pregunta.
Okay, and AOC got what she deserved there. Basically, what she said in the video, and if you watched it, it is translated in the screen. Basically, she's calling out AOC's, sorry performance in Congress. Basically, not doing anything about the ignoring the plight of the immigrants in this country, because we have not had, or the Democrats who get accused of being for open borders, they're not for open borders. They have not done an amnesty program, which any serious immigration reforms that you're going to have in this country is going to require an immigration. It's going to have to require an amnesty program. Is the ultimate middle ground that the extremists on both sides of the issue will not budge on. And how sad is it that both parties are to the right of Ronald Reagan on the immigration issue? They're to the right of Ronald Reagan. They're to the right of George Bush Sr. on the issue of the immigrants. And I don't even like Ronald Reagan or George Bush Sr., but they were more enlightened on that issue than the two parties, people in two parties today. It's crazy. And Lucy was correct to confront Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on that question. She also talked about the $100 billion that she's voted on that's gone to the Ukraine, that indirectly goes into the hands of Nazis. And again, our military industrial complex, it's not that they're pro-Nazi, but they don't care who gets weapons as long as they can manufacture weapons and make money off of it. That's what they care about. And and so right now with this skirmish going on between Russia and the Ukraine is just an example, just to build up your armaments and everything. So that was being addressed. And, while AOC sits there and props up Biden as some kind of awesome president, Lucy's basically saying, we need a movement that's, similar to the leftist movements in Mexico and in Chile and, and in Colombia recently in this past year or so. So, and she's right. She's right. And so she's calling for a dem exit from the Democratic Party. And she would be correct to do so, because the Democratic Party, it's easy to criticize the Republicans. Good Lord. You tell me what's wrong with the Republicans right now. I really can tell you what's wrong with the Republicans. It's so damn easy to tell you what's wrong with the Republicans. It's low-hanging fruit. They are corrupt, and they are crony capitalists to the core. They're captured by religious fanatics, and not that every Republican is a racist, but they do cater to a lot of racists with their dog whistles, and there's a lot that's wrong with the Republican Party. They're anti-union. They don't really give a damn about poor people, and neither do the Democrats. And that's the problem with the Democrats. They became kind of like the Republicans minus the extreme bigotry and intolerance that many Republicans tend to embrace. So there is that. So anyway, she went to address that and to confront AOC, and again, I have said this before, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but it breaks my damn heart really to do this to AOC, but I had to go and be harsh on her because, again, we had a pandemic 2 years ago. 3 years ago, and we're still going through a pandemic. We had the opportunity to do something about our healthcare system, and we did not do it. I'm not saying we, guys. I'm not in Congress, but AOC and and the rest of the squad, plus some close allies of the squad, I believe it was about 15 members of Congress, had what it could take to get concessions, extract concessions for Nancy Pelosi. And they wouldn't do it. They would not budge. They would not go and fight Nancy Pelosi at all. I have no use for Matt Gaetz. I have no use for Lauren Boebert. I have no use for many of these crazy nutcases on the Republican side that's in charge now. But I respect them because they took an idea that the squad was supposed to use. It came out of the DSA handbook. Like it was said, this is not a Jimmy Dore plan. This came out of a DSA handbook in 2019 about forcing members of Congress, forcing the speaker, forcing Congress to put things up for a vote to get concessions, get things that we need, Medicare for all, to get, a minimum wage increase to $15 an hour, get some kind of Green New Deal legislation, free college, something, cut back on the military to get us out of these wars all around the world and not get ourselves wedged into even more of these wars, to have a jobs program. They did not budge or use anything to extract concessions out of the Democratic leadership. But the Republicans took that plan and did it. Some Democrats did. Right-wing Democrats like Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, who's now an independent, did. But did the squad do it? No. And then we get called right-wing when we call them out on it? That's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I have defended AOC for many years. And when I've been disappointed with her, I'd be like, well, okay, critical support. Okay, she's behind the scenes. There's stuff that she has to deal with that I don't know about. But it's just been one disappointment after the other. I mean, I'm always constantly disappointed with her. The only thing I'm not disappointed with is to look at her physically. I mean, but beauty and charm could just carry you but so far, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You just can't sit there and charm all of us. You got to deliver the goods. It's not just you. It's the rest of the squad. It's not just the squad. It's the Progressive Caucus, which the Progressive Caucus is absolute toilet paper now, considering what Pramila Jayapal did this past summer, recruiting somebody from the New Democratic Caucus, the New Democrat Network into the Progressive Caucus. What's her name? The one that defeated Nina Turner. Gosh, I cannot think of her name. Congresswoman Brown. I don't know her first name at the moment. You put someone like that in your caucus, somebody who received Republican support as well as corporate Democrat, Clintonistas and Republicans together had that woman to defeat Nina Turner, and the Progressive Caucus embraced them. And then they pressure AOC not to endorse Nina Turner until one day before the primary. What the hell? And AOC, you're a coward. You really are a coward. I mean, you're useless. You're beautiful, but you're useless. I'm glad that the activists out there are upsetting you. Somebody needs to upset people like yourself. You said it on Jimmy Dore a couple of years ago. It's time to start a ruckus. Yes, it is time to start a ruckus. And if you don't start a ruckus, some of us has to. Some of us have to. So anyway, yeah, as I said, I was really, it made my day. Saturday night, I was up, I was watching, I saw the video on Twitter. I was like, oh, cool. And I was like that is awesome. That's awesome. So, anyway, so as if y'all get a chance, go on YouTube and follow, let me get this on YouTube, follow Blue Moon Red Wine, and there she is, Blue Moon Red Wine, right there on YouTube, and she's got a pretty good program, and just subscribe to her program, follow the notification bell, and give her program your support. So so also I'd like for you all to go and to Twitter as well and to follow her there. And see, let's go over here. You can look her up by going to Lucy Can 2022. I will write that here. Hold on a second. I'll write that in a second. But here we go. Lucy Can 2022. Excuse me. Lucy Can 2022. And as I said, just go on Twitter, Lucy Can 22, and you will see it up there. You will see it up there on Twitter. So okay. So and so anyway, I just thought I let y'all know about what happened this weekend, and as I said, I think it was absolutely based that it happened. So we have it here on the chat line, Shake and Bacon. How are you today, my friend? Let's see. I came here to say hi and give a like to the stream. Unfortunately, I have to run. Hope you have a good stream and good day, Willie. Oh, that's fine. Shake and Bacon. Yeah, a lot of us are always in a hurry too. So I have to go get some sleep soon because I'm interviewing somebody this evening at 6:30. So that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. So and then we have John. I know who you are, John Padmore. Look at me. Just look at me. That's a private joke, folks. That's a private joke from years ago, from about a decade ago when we worked together. So anyway, and then we had Hot Retarded Chicks. Hey, how are you today? Yeah, how are you doing? All right. Great seeing you as usual. All right. And let's see. Oh gosh. Let's see. We got Extra Booyah. Hey Warren, are you feeling better? I'm sorry that there was no show on Saturday night on your behalf. I'm sorry there was no show. I know you haven't been feeling well, and I know Miss Jimmy haven't been feeling well. Neither of y'all been feeling well lately. So I hope that hope y'all get better. I'm just right now, I hope I'm going to feel better when I get some sleep soon. So anyway, Heart Retarded Chicks and look at me. Yeah, that's a private joke between me and John from something that happened on July 4th weekend, 2013. It was not a good scene. But anyway, well, if y'all like what you heard, please press like and comment. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better, Warren. I hope you're feeling better. So, okay, will there be a show this evening? I'm just curious. If there's a show, if not, you just get some rest and continue to recuperate. So, if y'all like what you heard, please press like and comment. Comment any way if you disagree with what I have to say. We'll have a conversation. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it because we are, in fact, the muckrakers of our time. I lost my train of thought. Feel free to share the content on this channel too, as I said. And this is what happens when you're sleepy. Subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and all that good stuff. And of course, remember to always reject corporate media because corporate media has absolutely zilch, nothing to offer us. So always get a second opinion, get 22 opinions if you need to, and just do what it takes to do so, because again, corporate media is what it is. Corporate media. Yeah, the Warren can tell I'm sleepy as hell. So until next time, I wish you all a great day. It's time to get my beauty sleep. I'm going to be 54 in about 2 months, less than 2 months. But you know what? I am like 11 decades behind in my beauty sleep. Y'all have a great day. Good night.